My name's Ash from Triple A Backstage. So great to have you here. Thanks so much.
That's
Can you,
okay.
introduce yourself and tell us about the band?
Yeah, my name's Mason Forster. I play in a band called Aburden. We're from Melbourne, and I do vocals and also play keys in the band.
Awesome. And you guys have just released your latest single, Believe Me, which is such a great song. I love it. And I have to say, when I first heard it, the vocals in the beginning and the chorus kind of reminded me of Blink 182, which was really cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think after writing it, it was kind of like that. We had that moment we're like, oh, this is kind of like the flash, like a nostalgia kind of like part of the song. We're
Definitely.
like, do we get rid of it because people might have that vibe? But then I was like, we should just leave it. I think
Yeah,
everyone agreed that leaving it was kind of cool because if we got that like vibe of nostalgia, I think everyone else would have. So it's
definitely.
worth leaving it, obviously. So it paid
Great.
off.
Yeah.
I think it's a kind of like a cool vibe to getting that Blink 182 thing. I think everyone likes Blink 182.
Oh, yeah, who doesn't, honestly?
Yeah.
Could you just go through a bit about the track and its meaning and inspiration?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously the track's called Believe Me. The track itself, like it's going musically, a burden had a shift in members. We had some members leave when the band announced hiatus.
Mhm.
So we had some new members join, which was Harry and Matt. So that was Believe Me is actually one of the first songs we wrote as a band, the new collective. So when it comes to the music and the instrument side of things, it was the first collective piece that we've made together. So it was kind of us kind of joining together and like figuring out like the new influences and the old influences together. And that's obviously what we developed. Lyrically, Believe Me is on par with everything that I've written for The Last Goodbye, My Old Friend, all the older Aburden stuff. It's a story of, I guess, in that cliche way, heartbreak, and that's what a lot of Burden stuff is written about. It's just honest lyrics driven from past experiences in my life or present experiences in my life. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff that's kind of come together. I've always said in a burden that it's the day that a burden dies is the day that I can't write something that's honest. And when I say honest, it's something that is actually happening in my life. So every song is a story driven from something that has happened in my life or to do with my life. So the day that I have nothing to write about, it's the day that a burden's over.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
With the track, you guys collaborated with the Loud Noise Estate, Ash Dawns, and Evan Lee.
Yeah.
What was it like having those guys on board for that process, and have you worked with them before?
Yeah, definitely. No, we've worked so much with Evan and Ash before. We did obviously Believe Me. We've done Endgame as well, which is a recent single we released. And prior to that, we did Farewell, The Last Goodbye, and this single that originally got assigned to Grayscale Records, which was To the Sky.
And like you said, you also released another single earlier this year, Endgame, which was your sort of coming out of the hiatus.
Yeah.
What were you sort of like feeling and thinking on the lead up to that release after, so much time away?
Oh, overwhelming. I don't know. It's something like, it's hard to explain. Having such a significant time off, like, and a couple of years is significant when you played music every single weekend, when you were touring all the time, when you were going and playing show. Like my life and our life was consumed so much about music that when you have 2 years off or whatever it was, longer than that, it's daunting coming back. And Endgame itself was not an original Burden song. When I mean that, it's not something that a Burden fans would go, but that sounds like a Burden. It was very different. So you throw in the mix of being daunting, of having such a big break and coming back with new members, plus a song that doesn't even sound like something that a Burden's done before. It's the biggest risk you could take. But we felt like it was where Burden needed to go at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was scary. It was, I think still now I still kind of like a bit nervous about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't even really feel like we're back really yet. So it was kind of still like, we played 3 shows. Like, I guess we're back. I don't know. Are we?
Yeah, I guess it would be such a strange feeling. On the flip side, You know, like you said, all these singles, new lineup, still quite fresh off the hiatus. How are you feeling like moving forward into this new era, or would you say a continuation of Aburden?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'd go new era.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think every record that we do is a new era of a burden. If you go from my old friend to the latest stuff, it's so different. How are we feeling? Good. Yeah, definitely good. We're a good unit. We're very strong friendships within the band. So moving forward, we're very good. We're very confident. We have some cool stuff lined up, stuff that we're very excited to announce to everyone.
Yeah.
But in saying that, it's still like I said, we're still a bit nervous about it all because every time we play a show still, it's like we've started all over again. We're going back to 2015 and we're just learning to play shows again. Like I'm getting real nervous going on stage. And like by the end of the Burden's previous career, I could walk on stage every single night. It didn't matter. But now I'm hell nervous. So we're very positive about moving forward, but it also is pretty scary.
Yeah, cool. And what is your creative process like, I guess, specifically for the latest track, Believe Me? Do you specifically have a routine or something down pat, or is it quite different for each single or project?
Yeah, I think the beautiful part about Aburden is I know other bands and other people that play in bands that they have one sole person that writes everything. They write the guitar, they write the drums, they write the bass, everything, and then the vocalist comes in and puts the stuff on it, and then that's it. That's the song done.
Yeah.
Aburden, we are a collective group. We write together. It's not one person writing anything and then we label it Aburden. We write everything together. Someone will come up with something, whether it's Ben on the guitar or Harry on the guitars as well, whether I come up with something piano, or Matt might have something, or Jordan, so we do write collectively, and then we come together and then we say, okay, there's one riff, let's jam it out. We may play in a practice room and just play a riff over and over again and add things to it. So we're very organic in that way. It's not just robotically written on a computer, one person only. It's a collective group thing, which is nice. And I believe that's what I love about bands that I'm in love with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about bands like a Black Sabbath and
bands
like a live band that you could tell they in a garage or they're in a band room and they're actually writing together as a group. Yeah. And that's what I wanted Aburden to be. Never wanted to be a one-man show. We are Aburden, we're a group.
Yeah, and I guess where would be your favorite, place to create music? A lot of people are just in the studio, or do you have like an Airbnb house?
Yeah.
Fun,
Airbnb for sure. Just something else that's not our own. Something remote, something that takes you away. Like when we wrote The Last Goodbye, we went away, we hired out like a cabin in the woods, and it was beautiful. Cool. And you're away from everything. You have no cell reception, and you're just with your friends, and you're just trying to write stuff that we love and enjoy. We're not trying to. Aburden doesn't write for anyone else but ourselves. I don't care if you don't like my music. That's not why I write. I write because I have a message to tell. I enjoy the music we write. And if one person can relate to that, then we succeeded everything what this band has set out to do from day one. Yeah. So going away and writing something for us is what we do best.
Yeah, cool. And what would you say would be the key, I guess, messages or themes you'd like to convey in your music, and even things you try to channel while performing?
Yeah, definitely. Pretty much it's I could quote my own words so much on this, but it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to have stuff going on. We all have stuff going on. It's okay to make mistakes. I have made so many mistakes in my life. It's ridiculous. Like my life could be just like a series of dominoes falling over.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
My whole message is to everyone is I'll speak about it. I'll be honest about it. I'll tell you it. I'll tell you the heartbreak I've had. I'll tell you the heartbreak that I've caused. I will tell you about things happening. I'll tell you people that are passing away in my life. I'll tell you about my substance abuse issues that I had for many years. I'll be honest to everyone. Only in my one goal is that you listen to it and say, okay, maybe I can just be honest about what's going on in my life. So me being honest might give you that one step to go, I'll tell someone what's going on.
Yeah, I love that.
Speak up about what's going on, and that's it. Like, sharing that message that it's okay to just share what's going on. Don't be ashamed of things in your life or who you are. Just own it, because, being ashamed and hiding things can really just go downhill from there. I've lost a few friends to stuff like that, and it's just a horrific thing.
Yeah. Such like a simple message, but so important. Like
So
the
important,
words you
so
could
important,
keep
and can be
reminding.
so lost as well. People can lose that message, and that message can be in your face all the time. But when you're in the midst of, say, depression or an issue going on that you're extremely uncomfortable or not happy to speak about to other people, you can lose that idea, or you can lose the fact that someone, or you've heard over and over again that you can speak up about it. That can just go off, and you can just be immersed in what's going on.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I guess just to close out this chat, you said you guys have some exciting things coming up. Are you able to reveal anything to us?
Yeah, definitely. Revealing ways, I can't really reveal too much at the moment. Not because it's super quiet. It's only because like most of it's locked in, and we just have to lock in, pencil a few other things, and just tick off everything that has to happen. But look, there'll be a show in Melbourne in January. That will happen, and then there will be a tour as well in the start of the year as well. So
Awesome.
yeah, we'll be around, and there will be 2 new singles coming out as well. So there's stuff happening.
Yeah. Awesome.
Definitely. Well, but it's just like, I don't really care about hiding it, but it's just we have to confirm a few little bits. But it's happening. I've said it out loud, like it's happening.
Yeah. Awesome. Manifest.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I've already dug my hole right now, so we have to do it.
Awesome. All right. Well, Mason, thank you so much for jumping on.
No, that's okay. No, thank you.
Awesome.
I know. No, all good. Thank you. Have a great night.
All right. See you later.
Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you very much. Bye.